Welcome. It is day 5 of our Yoga Fit Challenge. We're going to do a 20-minute yoga flow to leave you feeling better than when you started. All you're going to need for the class is a mat or some soft surface for the floor. Go ahead and take off your shoes and let's get started. We're going to start today's class in child's pose. Go ahead and bring your shins down to the floor. Reach your hips back to your heels. You could place any props under your hips or under your chest, your forehead, and then we'll melt forward, bringing the heart down towards the thighs. Rest the forehead towards the floor. Maybe even let the nose and forehead touch the mat. Arms overhead, reaching. Take a moment, find your breath. Traditional yoga, we always start with a few moments to connect to the breath. Ideally, in through the nose, out through the mouth if you can. So close down your lips. Start some nostril breathing here. Little soft restriction in the back of your throat as you exhale. Set your intentions for this class, for this practice. And we'll start our movement forward. Come into all fours, tabletop position, palms under shoulders and knees under hips. Let's move the spine here. So cat, tuck your chin to your chest. Look for your stomach, round your back. Cow, let your belly soften down, lift up your heart, lift up your tail, pull your shoulders back. Let's do 2 more rounds here. Exhale, cat pose. Inhale, little arch. 1 more. Excellent. From here, we're going to zip everything up nice and straight, neutral spine. Send your right leg out, flex your foot, tuck your right toes, put some energy into the ball of your foot and stretch back into your heel. I kind of like pushing my hands forward, helps to create some tension and stretch for your calf. Breathe into your low leg. Then with your next in-breath, shift off of that back foot, pick it up and over cross your midline. So touch the right foot down outside the left edge of your mat, and then peek over your left shoulder and see if you can just look for that foot or ankle side stretch. Slowly undo that lateral flexion. Pick up your right leg. We'll draw the right knee to your nose, round your back, tuck your chin, and then send your right leg straight back. Flex the foot, strong quad. 2 more round, tuck, and straight stretch. 1 more. Good. On this next one, we're going to see if we can step the foot as high up the mat as possible. You're welcome to use your hands to help pull that right foot forward. Aim right between your hands. Lighten on your fingers. Lift up your heart, low lunge. Some of you may be ready to come on up to your thigh. Go ahead if that's you. Should feel some sensation in your back left hip. Feel free to throw a pad or a towel under this knee. And if you'd like to join me, reach your fingers to the sky, a little balance. Get light, lift the ribs off of your hips, core engagement. Good, lower the hands on either side of your front foot. Shift back into half splits. Your front toes, they point up to the sky. Your front knee is soft. Bow, stretch the hamstring. And then I'm going to set you free to go ahead and flow at your own pace between low lunge. So let your right foot find the floor. Maybe you come to your thigh. Maybe you come to the sky. Hang here for a moment. And then when you're ready, shift back into that half splits. Just warming up the hips, the hamstrings. This is that time that you've dedicated to your health, to your well-being. So really try to maximize that time by being present with these poses as you flow between the 2 of them. And take 1 more round of low lunge to half splits. Just moving the way you move. Stretching out that right hamstring, but not overstretch. Lower the right foot to the floor and then swing your right knee back underneath your right hip. Shake your hips side to side like you're wagging your tail. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So first push into your hands, firm up your shoulders, your arms, send your left leg out straight and strong, flex your foot, tuck the toes, and then energy into the ball of the back foot for a stretch for the calf. And I do a little bit of a push forward with my hands so that I can create some energy back into that heel. Good. We'll lift off and then gently overcross your midline. So touch your left toes to the floor outside the right edge of your mat. And we'll peek, just a little peek, side stretch. Look for that foot. It's okay if you don't see it. Good. Come back through your center here. Unwind. We'll take that leg up and then knee tuck. Round your back. Firm the core like you want to kiss your thigh. Stretch it straight back strong. 2 more. Round it. Exhale and back. 1 more. So just kind of making some space in your hip to step forward on this last one. We're bringing the foot as high up the mat as you can. Feel free to use your hands to get it there for low lunge. Left foot to the top of the mat, left knee over the left ankle, hands on either side. Get light on your fingers. See if it's possible to climb on up to your thigh. You do have the option to put something under your knee if you need that, or you can stay on blocks or the floor. If it feels okay, though, consider stretching your arms up and testing your balance a little bit. Testing that overhead reach. Relax the shoulders so they're not crunching up into your ears. Lower with the exhale breath. Match one hand on the inside and outside of your foot and then shift back. Peel those toes and point them up to the sky. So you're just rolling back into a half splits. It's okay if your front knee is really bent. It's fine. Here's where I'm going to set you free. So at your own pace, you're flowing between your low lunge, whether that's on the floor, blocks, thigh, or even reaching up. Pause if you'd like, or you can flow straight through into half splits. And just kind of notice what's going on with this side of the body here. If you're feeling challenged with the balance, it helps to pick a spot in front of your mat, a few feet out. Drishti, so a spot, a focal point to sort of stare at, helps to bring, like, kind of quiet all that out external noise and bring your focus inward. Good. We'll just take one more round, flowing at your own pace between your low lunge and your half splits. Noticing the difference between the two sides, feeling the sensation in your hips, your hamstrings. Prepping for the rest of our practice. Lower the left foot to the floor, and then we'll plant those hands on either side. Slide your left knee back, wag your tail side to side. And let's curl the toes under, push back into your heels, and walk your knees up off the floor, tailbone to the sky, downward dog. Let your head dive down between your biceps and plant those hands firmly. Spread your fingers wide. Heels are heavy, knees are soft. And let's pedal, bend one knee at a time. Alternate the heel to the floor at your own pace. Stretching the back of the leg. Good. And then we'll bring the big toes sort of close to each other so you have a narrow base. Reach the left leg for the sky. Inhale, left leg. So reach. And that's our 3-legged dog. Left knee to your nose. Come forward. Just one of these crunches here. Left leg to the sky. And then left foot to the top of your mat. Step as high as you can. And we'll spin the back heel to the floor. Cartwheel your right arm up, coming into Warrior 2 pose. So just kind of circle yourself over and land top of your Warrior 2. Shoulders down your back, gaze over your front hand. Settle here for a moment. Let's build a little strength, a little heat in this front thigh. Good, and we're going to add some shoulder work here. So we'll bring the left arm, the front arm, on top of the back arm and give yourself a hug and see how that feels. If that feels like a lot, you'll stay right here. If there's room, you can start working towards eagle, wrapping fingertip toward wrist or fingertip toward palm. Find a moment here, pause and breathe. You can just stay here. This is a lot. Feel free. Or if you'd like to try a couple dives down. So slowly dipping your left shoulder in towards your left thigh knee. And then pushing through both legs, come right back up. Strengthening your back, your glutes, your legs. We'll do 2 more if you're dipping with me. 1 more. Really building some heat in this front leg here. come back up, unwind, release, pushing to the outer edge of your pinky toe, straighten your leg, and reverse triangle. Stretch your left arm up, right hand light on your right thigh. Good. Slowly swim to the floor here. One hand on the other. Pick up your back heel and walk that foot back to the top of a plank position. Hands under the shoulders, tailbone curled under. Now, if this is a little more energetic than you'd like today, you'll put your knees down and take modified plank. Nice wide base in your fingers. Good. And then everyone will lower the knees. Turn your fingertips out. Let your elbows bend backwards so they scrape the ribs. Come to the floor. Walk your legs long. Slide your hands back. Baby cobra. Inhale. Exhale. Release. 2 more little cobras. Baby cobra. Peel up. Use some shoulder strength. Exhale. Release. 1 more. Little back bend. Strengthen the backside. And then release. Push into your hands to come up into child's pose. Sink your hips back. Little counter stretch for those back bends that you just did. Customize this to work for you. We're going to do that whole flow on the other side. And you're going to stay where you're at, but I'll turn so that I can face the camera for the second side. On your next inhale, shift forward into all fours. Tuck your toes, weight back into your knees, lift them up. Heels will get heavy for the floor as your tailbone reaches up for the sky. Option to pedal here in this downward facing dog. And just make those adjustments as you see fit. Start to bring your big toes close. And then we'll reach the right leg for the sky, 3-legged dog. And right knee to nose. 1 crunch, come forward, build a little strength. Good, inhale, right leg up. And see if you can step your right foot all the way to the top of the mat. Aim between your hands, right by that thumb. Swivel your back heel down for warrior stance. Left arm leads the cartwheel as you swim up to the top. Stand tall, Virabhadrasana 2. Shoulders relaxed. Gaze over your right hand. Check that your right knee isn't caving in. So use your outer thigh to pull it out into alignment. Building a little heat, and then we're going to add some shoulders. So we'll go right hand on top this time. Just hug yourself here, stack your elbows, and really reach for your shoulder blades and see how that feels first. So finding some shoulder stretch. Breathe in, and if you're ready, moving towards eagle, wrapping either wrist or palm. Find a spot to sort of bind. You can stay right here. This is a lot. It's plenty. Or if you'd like to take a few bows with me, we're going to lower slowly, dipping the right shoulder in towards the right inner thigh. Really activating your lower body here to come up smooth and controlled. Takes a lot of strength. Lower for 2 more if you are choosing to lower. And try to give some weight to your back leg as well. I know the front leg wants to take over. Use your breath. Exhale to come up. Whew, excellent. Release, unwind. We're going to push into the outer edge of your right pinky toe and then straighten the leg. Reverse your triangle. Reaching the right arm up. Left hand is just supported on your thigh. Little circle to the floor. Put a bend in your front knee. 1 hand on the other. Pick up your back heel and step back to plank pose. Building some strength here. Remember, you can always have the option to put your knees down. Check that you're not shrugging the shoulders up. And let's lower to our forearms for our dolphin plank. So 1 elbow at a time, find yourself in dolphin plank. You can interlace your fingers or you can separate your hands for a little more challenge. A lot of work here for the shoulders, the core. Build some heat. Go ahead, start to walk your feet towards your elbows. Let your head start to dive down. This is dolphin pose. Feel free to take a break if you need it, or if you feel any pain or pinching in your shoulders, readjust. Should be challenging, but not painful. On the next exhale, we'll bend the knees really slowly, melting your knees to the floor. Uncurl your toes and take the top of your head, the crown of your head, place it on the floor between your elbows. We'll just roll forward and back gently, massage the top, the scalp. This is a variation on rabbit pose. And I'm using my elbows to help support as I roll to the top of the head and then roll back. Excellent. Release. Let's come all the way back to embryo. Hips to heels. Reach your arms back by your toes. Knuckles down. Palms up. forehead and nose resting on the floor. And just feel the effects of that heat that you just generated. Deep breath. Beautiful. Slowly start your journey back up, and we'll come to sit the center of our mat here. Let's find Sukhasana. Right ankle in front of left. Flex your feet and see if you can make an X with your shins. Rock side to side or put something under your hips like a towel, blanket, block so that you can really sit tall on your spine. Good. Let's reach the right hand to the side. Take the left arm up. Side stretch. Lift the heart, chin up off the chest. And then come up about halfway. Turn to face your right knee, a little Y shape here. We're going to start to bow on a diagonal, bringing your heart towards your right knee. Stretch through the low back. Support in the hands though, so use those hands to help support you. Slowly make your way back up. We'll rock into the tailbone here and switch the crossing of the legs. Let's take the other ankle in front. Flex the feet, cross the shins, get on your sit bones. Left hand to the floor, reach your right arm up, side stretch. And I like looking up, open the ribs for the sky. Come up about halfway and start to rotate to face your heart towards your thigh. Y shape with the arms, bow, little diagonal fold. Just to your edge, no farther. Excellent. With your next breath, we'll slowly walk yourself up, taking your time. Check to see if you need some room to roll back. So we'll come to the center of the mat in a place where you can roll onto your back. Catch your hamstrings, use your core, and we'll slowly lower ourselves down one vertebra at a time. No hurry. Your head comes down last. Reach your arms overhead. Maybe extend your legs and point your toes. A little gentle arch in your back. Reverse that. Take your knees to your chest and round your forehead up to your knees, like a little ball. Crunch. Good. Release your head, release your shoulders, and rock your knees side to side. Just noticing the effects of our practice here. Excellent. We'll keep the right leg, extend your left leg straight, and lower it nice and slow. So I have my hands interlaced right on top of my right shin as I'm lowering my left heel. When your left heel connects to the floor, keep that foot flexed, and let's circle your right ankle, big circles. Some blood flow into the foot. Excellent. Switch your hands so they're under your hamstring, and let's kick the leg to the sky. It does not have to straighten, just a few bends and then towards straight. And we'll do one more. Holding the top of the next one wherever your edge is. So you shouldn't feel pain or pulling in your back. If you do, just put a little bend in your bottom knee and set your bottom foot down. Excellent. Release whatever you chose to hold. Draw that left knee in. Give them both a nice hug. Relax your head. Keep your left shin. Send your right leg straight. And then slowly, with core control, you're going to descend your right heel to the floor. When the right heel connects, leave it there. Right foot flex and circle the left ankle. Just work all the cracks out. Go the other way. Feel your shoulders relaxed. And then hands to your hamstring on the left side, kick to the sky, and bend the knee. Do a couple more, finding the length of your hamstring. And let's stay at the top of the next one here. Hold. Supine hamstring stretch. Remember your option to place your bottom foot to the floor and bend your bottom knee if you need it. Excellent. Start to release, bending that knee, scoop both knees in together, and we'll rock side to side once more. Now here is your opportunity. If you're going to take a Shavasana or a final relaxation and meditation, you'll start to settle into your version of that, whether that is feet apart, knees together, legs long, arms by your side, or a seated position. And then your opportunity to pause the video here and settle for 3 to 5 minutes, just observing your breath. For those of you who are ready to come out of Shavasana, you'll slowly bring your knees to one side. So just drop the knees and press yourself up. Finding our way to comfortable seats. Any way you wish with your legs, sitting tall through your spine. Roll the shoulders down your back. Deep breath in here. Receive the benefit you came to class for. Inhale. And exhale. Reach both arms overhead. Connect your palms. Slide the thumbs to the heart center. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Please make sure that you like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Namaste.